the playoff.
So who you trading for Tyreek Hill?
I'm not trading Sutton or if it's Sutton and another wide receiver, maybe. Because Tyreek Hill coming to the Broncos, we're going to bowl.
No, go your top two wide receivers, right?
We're going to the bowl. We're going to the bowl. All we need is another weapon. We're going to the bowl. I believe in Bo Nix. We're going to the bowl.
You hear this?
You listen, not Cortland Sutton and Mims, but if it's Cortland Sutton and maybe like
what if you just gave up a first round? If you give a first round pick,
I want to run it back. I want to run it back. I
ain't say this year's first.
Right.
If we get the running back, I know we're not getting Ashton Genty. You know, I know.
There you go, Derek. There you go. All right now.
But if we get somebody solid, then yeah, I'll go next year's first round for Tyreek Hill. I would, because he still got the. Listen, that's Mims, that's Tyreek Hill, and you still got Cortland Sutton as like our possession receiver. Boy, we're gonna be a problem. Under Sean Payton offense, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm on board now with the moves he made. If these guys can stay healthy, I know we're gonna really make some moves next year. We're gonna be 12-5, 11-6. I think we're gonna definitely be in the playoffs next year. The only way I don't see us making the playoffs is somebody get hurt. That's the only way I don't see it. What we got to worry about right now is Kansas City and the Chargers. And Buffalo, yeah. I want some revenge on Buffalo.
Dalton said he think that the Broncos is getting Junkins or Henderson. What up, Dalton?
What what Henderson?
The Ohio State running back.
Oh, you talking about the running back? Okay. Damn, why you telling me live, man?
We live, baby. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. We live, baby. 8 o'clock on the dot. It don't matter what you got going on, baby. We are live 8 o'clock on the dot. You understand? But it was a good conversation, so I wanted to keep going. I ain't want y'all to stop.
Okay.
Because Tyreek Hill getting traded. Ryan, I don't think y'all should trade for Tyreek Hill, but I think y'all need to put all the cash.
Trade for Tyreek Hill if it came up and we can either get him this year or next year, a first wouldn't be so bad. Like, y'all act like this dude, he hasn't really dropped off. A bad season doesn't mean you dropped off. It depends on what happened. You got to go with the narrative. He's still a top 5, top 10 receiver. He's still got high-level speed. He can run routes. He can dip in that. This is what Sean Payton wants. He wants those scat-back type dudes.
Wait a minute, but what he done for you lately?
You had one season, Ron. You don't like Tyreek Hill, and that's okay. I understand that's your take on it. But you can't sit there and take away from what he's put on the football field. This guy still...
Look, I go like this. When you get to the playoffs, me and Dennis talked about this all the time. You got to show up. Yes or no?
Okay, that's true. But he's done it in Kansas City. He just didn't get a chance to do it in Miami. Did he play in that? He was there when Miami traded for him and they went to the playoffs. Was he there for that playoff game?
Against Buffalo, yeah,
against Buffalo and Kansas City, yeah.
And he didn't show up, right? He didn't show up, right?
He did not show up.
Okay, wasn't that his first season with the team?
I don't care.
Oh, come on. All right. So what you're saying is you're looking for a 30 plus, or at that point he was. I think he just turned 30.
If you claim you're a top wide receiver, you got to show up when it matters the most.
So Devontae Adams is no longer a top 5 wide receiver.
What?
So
he said Devontae Adams is no longer a top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. Now, here's my thing, though, Ryan. Y'all need to put all your chips. Y'all need to put all your chips in the bag, Ryan. All your chips in the bag for TJ Watt. All of them. Put them all in there.
Who? For what?
Atlanta need to put all their chips in the bag for TJ
Watt. Hey, cut that out, man. He is not leaving Pittsburgh.
Listen, he already put the deuces up, man. You don't be checking. You don't check social media, so you don't know. He already done said bye to Pittsburgh.
I would have heard if TJ Watt was up for trade. That's a big deal. So he's asking to get out of Pittsburgh.
He's asking. He's doing all the right. He's doing all the right things social media wise. Is what I'm going to tell you.
He wants the type of money that Myles Garrett got.
He deserves it. He might be the best player in football as far as defense.
He is the best. He's the best defensive player for. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. Because people be liking to argue with me about that shit. He is the best defensive player in football. TJ Watt is. There's no doubt about it.
I think Myles Garrett's the best pass rusher as a DN. But overall, the best. What's the name now? Last year, I know they gave it to Pat Surtain for the season. No, but TJ Watt does a whole lot more. He's like I won't say he's LT, but he's close.
Man, he's one of them dudes. You gotta. Yeah. He's one of them dudes. You have to
hybrid.
Make sure you got 2-3 people blocking him.
He can defend the pass. He can rush the quarterback. And he had 2 seasons with 20 sacks, right?
Right.
I think he has multiple defensive player of the years, or I know he at least has one. So he's definitely in that top.
I know he was robbed. He was robbed out of one.
Right. So, do Pittsburgh pay that instead of?
You have to. Without TJ Watt, I'm not scared of Pittsburgh.
Honestly, I'm not scared of Pittsburgh with TJ Watt. Because I mean, he's going to disrupt my offense, but they don't put up enough points for me to be scared. So.
Well, what I'm saying, they beat us last year without really putting up too much offense. That they had like one touchdown on us.
They beat y'all, sir. They beat y'all.
Yeah, but I think it's top 5. Oh, don't do that. I think it's top 5.
They beat y'all. Okay, they beat y'all. They ain't beat us.
But what I'm saying, do you pay TJ Watt or do you pay Aaron Rodgers?
You don't let him ride. You don't let a player like that ride. You see with Myles Garrett, they gave Myles Garrett the money.
But who else do the Browns have?
Who else do the Pittsburgh Steelers have?
Well, the Steelers just paid DK. They just paid DK Metcalf. They just paid him.
Hold on. He's the best player. Who?
DK Metcalf. They just played DK Metcalf.
He's not better than TJ Watt. So stop that, guys. Come on.
No, he's not. But you asked about getting paid. They just paid him.
They got.
You ain't saying who was better. You said who got paid. That's the conversation there.
DK Metcalf just got paid, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what we just said.
So he's fine. So you got to keep TJ Watt. Any top jersey, if you got a top jersey seller, a top defensive player, the top player on the team, why do you let that go?
Because some owners don't want to pay their players. Now,
I understand that, but TJ Watt deserves to get paid.
Let me say this one more time for people in the back. Some owners don't want to pay their damn players.
Okay, so you what are they asking? And let's see what they're asking, because he's not a free agent, right?
No,
no,
he's not a free agent, but he look like he want to be traded.
Right.
Okay, so you have to throw the house to get TJ Watt. This is TJ Watt we're talking about. He changes any.
And I just said that Ron needs to throw the whole house. I said that in the beginning. You listening to
that? Come on.
That's what we've been telling
you. Know what?
You know what? That for the last 5 years. Open up your ears.
Listen. All I am saying is take him out of the AFC, please. Now I changed my stance on this. Take him out of the AFC. Take him out of there and put him in the NFC, so we ain't got to worry about him no more. I know Sharon going to hate. She going to be like, what the? But, yo, he is a top 3, top 5 player in the league, period. I will only put a few quarterbacks over him, and that's Mahomes, maybe Lamar Jackson, maybe Josh Allen, maybe Jalen Hurts, maybe. Over TJ Watt, he's the top 5. I know this year he got to be in the top 10, like in the NFL top 100. Yeah, he's up there. He's in the top
question from the crowd. Ian Kelly, if Pittsburgh trades Watt, is this the start of a proper rebuild?
Oh yeah, definitely. What's Watt doing? That's it.
No.
I say no.
No.
Because
please explain, sir. Please explain, sir.
I'm on this one.
They just got DK Metcalf.
Right.
Who cares? Y'all talking about somebody who ain't a top 5, top 10 receiver? He ain't been that way in 2 years. And I like DK Metcalf. There's no way if you tell me if you trade TJ Watt, they're not rebuilding that team. They got a quarterback.
So is a change of scenery not? Have we not seen this before? Have we not seen a receiver change the scenery and go off? Have we not seen that before?
Listen. Name the last receiver that changed scenery and went off.
Amari Cooper.
And he went where?
Dallas.
And what did y'all do?
You stop changing the goalposts. You said name me a receiver that changed scenery. Don't change the goalposts. I can't stand that. Don't talk.
I'm not saying.
Don't talk about what Dallas did. Talk about what Amari Cooper did.
Went off meaning to me like he went further in the playoffs. I made a Super Bowl run.
What are you talking about? You just said name me a wide receiver whose scenery changed and he got better. That's all the thing I said.
Amari Cooper
I didn't say nothing about no team success. That shit has nothing to do with nothing.
Hold on. He was the same receiver he was in Oakland that he was in. He just had a better.
I'm not going. Hey, Derek. I'm not going to say Amari Cooper. I would say AJ Brown. We traded for AJ Brown.
Here we go. Then that's somebody who changed sceneries and got to a better situation. There we go. There you go. Now you're saying somebody.
Oh, this dude.
What? I'm sorry, Dallas.
You gotta take your hate out of it. We talking about a player. We're not talking about you.
I hate Oakland.
What you brought into it was team success. That shit has nothing to do with him getting better or not.
Yes, I'm gonna look at his numbers. I don't think they were that much
AJ Brown got better. He became an all-pro.
Definitely got better. AJ Brown definitely got better though.
But this year, that one in the Super Bowl has probably been like not
this year. Not this year.
Top 5 receiver.
2 years ago, we went to the Super Bowl.
He's been a top 3, top 5 receiver since he went with the Eagles. Yes, and he was a top 10 receiver when he was in Tennessee. So
he was not top 10.
What?
No fucking top
he was
10.
top 10. I got the numbers in front of me. He was top 10. What are you talking about?
Not with Tennessee.
He was hurt with Tennessee. What are you?
He had a 1,000-yard season with Tennessee.
He does have a 1,000-yard season with Tennessee.
All right, and they got bad quarterbacks over there, so that tells you something. But T.J. Watt, and once he goes, you trying to tell me that's not a proper rebuild?
No.
Well, it depends. But what if they? Okay, there. So what if they trade him and they get back a nice load of pieces?
Well,
to the point that now the Steelers win a playoff game. So was it really a rebuild? Because they ain't win no playoff games with T.J. Watt.
Do you trade T.J. Watt? What's this, his 6th season? 6th, 7th season?
He been in the league for 8 years.
Okay. And he's arguably the best defensive player in the league, right?
Right. Yes. The best player in football.
The best defensive player in football, yes.
But there, you got to look at the draft. Pass rushers everywhere in this draft.
Nobody T.J. Watt. Cut it out.
Yeah, they're not T.J. Watt.
Ain't nobody T.J. Watt. Cut it out.
Thank you. How do we know they're barely Michael Parsons? Michael Parsons is elite.
No, Abdul Carter may be the one, but
I ain't gonna lie. Look, they talk about Von Miller. I'm like, sheesh.
Abdul Carter, nice, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all will let me finish. It will take time for the young pass rusher to get there.
Okay, but when you let T.J. Watt go, and you get equal compensation, and let's say they win a playoff game, if it ain't a Super Bowl run, and let's say T.J. Watt goes to Kansas City, oh my God! Why
would you say some shit like that? Why would you say some shit like that?
If it's a trade and you need to give up because Kansas City need to do something to get back at y'all. Y'all kicked they behind last year. This will be the Luka trade. This will be the Luka trade. This will be the equivalent of the Luka trade in the NFL. I'm just saying,
all teams.
I don't want that to happen. Of course, I don't want that to happen. That Chris Jones and T.J. Watt, I'll quit. I don't want to watch football no more. It's no point. But my whole point is,
why would you say that?
All teams,
right, they in your division.
Because everybody, you said that the Kansas City Chiefs are not making the playoffs last year. This is not the first time I heard this too. Everybody that I know that talks sports are talking about, I don't think Kansas City's gonna make it next year. A splash trade, a trade for T.J. Watt.
I think they need an offensive. I think they need some offensive.
They won't need that. They won't need an offensive player if they get T.J. Watt. Not with Steve Gladnell.
I don't think that their defense is a big issue. I think they just took I think they was just on the field too much.
Their defense is the Big East because they gave up 40 points in the Super Bowl. So
listen, I think they was on the field. I think they was on the field too much in the Super Bowl, and the defense didn't give up 40 points. The defense gave up 33. Patrick Mahomes threw fucking interception pick 6. Don't nobody want to talk about that. You know, you can't talk about Patrick Mahomes. It was the defense.
You can't.
He's still the best quarterback in football.
Oh well, as one.
He's still the best quarterback in football.
I would say this.
He's still the best quarterback in football.
He's still the best quarterback in football.
I don't need all the teams to put up 30 points against Kansas City.
Thank you, Sharon. Sharon, y'all tripping. Y'all ain't Sharon, y'all tripping.
You the one that said Kansas City.
Look. Kansas City really got nothing to give to
so, yeah, you're not hearing me.
Hypothetical. Of course, that's not going to hope that goddamn won't happen. Oh God, please.
Only thing I said was, Sharon, you don't know what kind of load you getting back for TJ Watt. You don't know what kind of load
is worth it though.
If you trade him.
So
if you trade them and you get a nice load back, you get a nice load back on the trade.
How long? I'm sorry. How long does a player, or how good is a player, or what's the length of time a player from elite, like the first 5 years, whatever, where you can't trade this dude. Like you can't trade Patrick Mahomes. He's untradeable. Ever. You can't trade. Let me guess. I would never trade Barry Sanders.
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt to me is an untradeable player.
He changes the game.
Now Von Miller was traded towards the back end of his career. So
he wasn't Von Miller no more.
He wasn't Von Miller no more. But Von Miller, when he's Von Miller, hell no. You out your mind? He got better as we got worse. But anyway,
you don't trade Reggie White.
You don't trade, but they traded Reggie White and he won a Super Bowl.
We ain't trade him. He went in the free agent.
He left.
Okay.
He left.
Yeah, they did. Well, I'm sorry. I just heard about that too. Something went down, and they were supposed to try to make they were supposed to pay him, and I think the Eagles didn't want to do it.
No, they didn't offer him nothing. From what his wife said, Sarah White said, if the Eagles would have offered him anything, he would have stayed in Philly.
Right.
That's what she said.
But
yeah, I said if you trade TJ Watt and you get a nice haul back, this is what I said here. You trade TJ Watt, you get a nice haul back. Does that mean, and you win a playoff game, is it still considered a rebuild? Because you haven't won a playoff game with fucking TJ Watt. So without TJ Watt, you lose him, you get a nice haul back, and you win a playoff game. Is it still considered a rebuild? That's what I was asking.
Yeah, they've been
now. Sharon said that is impossible for them to trade TJ Watt, get a nice haul back, and win a playoff game. It won't happen.
Listen, I doubt they trade TJ Watt. He is the best defensive player in the league. He plays everything that you want out of a DN hybrid linebacker or whatever.
Now I'm gonna tell you what fucked them. The fact that Max Crosby got that money before him, it fucked you.
They all got better than
not just Max. They all got better before he did.
So here's the thing: it's not about who get paid what. It's about the last motherfucker to get paid. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true.
And you praying to God that the last motherfucker that got paid is better than the person that you got to pay. Because if they not, you in the world of shit.
What?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Michael Parsons is the state will have to get up this year, right?
He said he won 40 something.
That's between him and Jerry.
Right.
And how old is Michael Parsons? 26? Is he 26 or 25?
I believe 26.
Okay. So he's still young. He got at least 3 more years before, like 30 is where like you peak out. That's your peak. That's it. You're done. And then after that, you're getting like minimums and franchise tag and all that crap.
This is the one for him. Like this the contract. Like,
yeah, this the contract for him.
This is the contract for him. Like
he said he want to go somewhere where he get a ring. I like that at a player that knows like, hey, I got to win this before I leave here to put my stamp on his, NFL history. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
He ain't gonna get $1 I'll tell you that.
Meanwhile, Ron, let's get to this. What happened, baby?
Yeah. everybody been saying the NBA coaches been getting fired. Why the Phoenix Suns going to fire their head coach after 1 year?
You go ahead then. I'm last.
No. You go ahead. You tell the story. You tell the story. You always picking up to that motherfucker. You tell the story.
Just because it's the rant on the team, then I want to go last because you're trying to bring up this narrative, and I know what you're going at. I'm not stupid.
I'm not even gonna say nothing about it. I'm leaving it alone because the sensitivity for that guy is just too much for me. I'm leaving it alone.
So I was about to say the same thing.
Mike Budenholzer.
It's too much. I ain't never seen a player get so much sensitivity and it ain't his fault. No, if it was anybody else, they would have killed him.
So Budenholzer was with Milwaukee, right?
Milwaukee, the Hawks, and somebody else.
Right. So he won a chip with Milwaukee, correct? Yeah. He won it with Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he won it with Drew Holiday was on that team too, right?
Yeah.
So you trying to tell me you can't win it with Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker?
No.
Yeah, you deserve to get fired.
No, you don't.
Let me finish.
No, you don't.
Let me finish.
No, you don't.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
No, you don't.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
No, you don't.
You just gave this man 1 year. You cannot really turn a team around like that in 1 year.
They didn't make the playoffs, Ron. They didn't make the playoffs, Ron. If they didn't make the playoffs, the loss of the playoffs, he gets another couple years. See, you have to win. You have to listen. In football, basketball, any sport, you have to win to make up for what you have. You have 3 prime players. Even though Durant's a little bit outside of his prime, he's still a 27 a night type of player. So it's like him and LeBron, they got the fountain of youth or whatever you want to call it. Steroid. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it, that's what you got. You got 3 prime players. And they're
not all prime players.
Devin Booker's not a prime player?
Bradley Beal's not a prime player.
Bradley Beal is not.
But as a hold on. As the third best player or second, if you want to say, I don't think he's better than Booker.
He's one of the weakest third best player on the team in the league.
But remember Bradley Beal's been in here for a little while now.
You just said prime.
I'm just saying.
But he's at the back end of his prime. He still can give you 20. He can give you 24 a night if on a good basis. You couldn't get those guys to jail.
I don't know when the last time he scored 24 there.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He got one game. He scored 2 points.
He's the Bosch. He's the Bosch.
No, he's not.
No. Bosch is not. Don't you do that?
Y'all gonna stop with that Bosch shit. Y'all gonna stop with that Bosch shit. Y'all gonna stop. No, he's not the Bosch. Fuck out of here.
What is he then? Please tell me.
Nothing. He's Bradley Beal.
He can score.
No, he ain't been shit since he got hurt in Washington, and Washington knew it. That's why they let him go. That's why they traded him.
Washington. No, come on, that's not fair. Washington's garbage.
But that's where he got hurt at.
All right, so he's not a top 5. He's not a top 10. He's not a top 20, but he's still solid. He can give you 19. He's the Tobias Harris. He's the Tobias Harris at least. God,
he's not even Tobias Harris. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Tobias Harris giving you 18 at least.
Well, all I just trying to say. Do what I trying to say. At least give the man.
Are you watching these dudes, bro?
I am.
They're not playing with no motivation at all.
Right.
That's not
that so. Starts with the coach.
Look. He knew what when you were a coach and you go into a new situation, you know what you're working with. So you got to do the best what you have. They do it to black coaches all the time. Who was the Atlanta Hawks coach? They had 60 wins. The next season they fired him. So with Budenholzer, all of them, that was a uproar. Man, stop.
You know what the Suns remind me of? The presidential fucking race. That's what they remind me of. Because this is somebody else's mess, and they put that man in there, and it takes more than 1 year to fix 4 fucking bad ones.
I'm not gonna quote on this. I'm sorry, but with Kevin Durant and Booker,
that shit's a mess.
You gotta make a playoffs. You at least the 8th or 7th seed. At least the 8th or 7th seed.
It wasn't that bad of a situation before Budenholzer got there.
Right.
You should not have had that expectation for that team this season.
You, Sharon.
It takes time.
That's why I said you should. They could at least have gave the man 3 years.
Change the coach.
Listen.
Change the coach. That's what all these fans
I
always say.
hear that loud and clear.
You got to give him a chance to fix it. It's not like the man can't coach. He don't want a chip.
He's right.
He didn't win it by accident.
But see, that's the whole thing. What have you done for me lately, right? Ain't that what we say all the time?
It doesn't matter what he hasn't done lately. He was only given one chance. One
okay.
year.
And I just explained to you a 60-win team,
Listen,
Atlanta Hawks.
I heard your explanation.
And he got fired the next season, which is ridiculous.
Your explanation is whack, Derek.
Okay, so hold on. So he's okay. I'll take that. So let's go to Denver's coach then. Since we're talking about coaches getting fired.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about him.
What's up?
I don't even want to talk about him. I'll let y'all talk about his ass.
Wait a minute.
I'm glad.
Go ahead.
All I did trying to say, I would give a head coach, an NBA head coach, at least 3 years. 3 years.
You know, that's not the reality of the situation. I hear what you're saying.
It is the reality.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's been done. It's been done. The NBA.
But Brian is right.
It is the reality. What we talking about here?
It's happened before, and it's not the first time that's happened. Now it's the first time. The Denver situation, the first time I seen. Hold on, the Denver situation before the playoffs. I've never seen a coach get fired before the playoffs.
I want to go there too, Dad.
When? And you're a top 5 team. When?
The Celtics coach.
That was a different situation. He got caught up.
No,
he got caught up. He black.
A
white coach.
That was right
a white coach got fired 4 games before the playoffs.
Stop it there.
That was right before the playoffs.
Right, but that's a different situation. He's black and he got caught up, and that was his mess. Please don't get Dennis started.
Listen, if we being honest, if we being completely honest, him cheating on his wife shouldn't have shit to do with his job.
It's
just people are fucking nosy. That's really what it is.
You know what? Y'all gonna get me in trouble today, boy. I'm gonna get blackballed. All I am saying is, in that situation, they could have waited till the season was over. Then I could see next year they might fire him and stuff like that. What happened with Matt Malone and what happened with what's Denver's coach? Denver's coach, sorry, Matt Malone. With
Malone, you talk about Memphis
and
Memphis, right? If you're about to get into the playoffs, you gotta let it play out, and then we'll see what happens.
But they all believe that y'all get young players that play the game and think they should be a coach. They're trying to get Carmelo Anthony now.
It's not just that. Sports are copycat leagues, right?
Of course.
So that's just the direction that all sports are going to. We're getting younger coaches. The coach that just won the Natty. Shout out to my Gators. But the coach that just won the Natty, he's only 39.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Matt Malone's not that old. Matt Malone should be almost in his 50s, right?
Okay. That might be too old. They going in them late 30s.
And I think the Memphis coach is in his late 30s. He's not that old either.
See, and that's why I said if I was a bad team and I needed a good head coach, I would go get Matt Malone. Right now. No ifs about it.
Now, what I want to ask the panel, what is it with younger head coaches? Is it we want them to blend more with the coddle these younger players, because these younger players they're a different breed.
Younger head coaches know how to really.
I mean, sometimes I guess when they're a little bit younger, they can relate to the young boys a little bit more.
Right.
I want wins. I'm not worried about you relating to them. I don't care about you smoking weed or your baby mama. I'm worried. I hate to say that, but I'm worried.
What get you wins? What get you wins?
How many young coaches come in and they just like, nah. I don't want Carmelo Anthony as my coach. He's not disciplined. I'm sorry. He played a great offensive game, but
see, that's the thing. That's the thing. He makes as a great coach.
Right.
It's them kind of players that can teach it.
Has Chauncey won? I like Chauncey Billups as a coach. Has he won since he's been a head coach?
I actually think Carmelo would be a great coach because even no matter what you think about him in his own personal life, he's very disciplined when it comes to the game of basketball.
Yes, he is.
You can tell by the way he got his son playing the way his son, the way he's handled his son is proof of that.
That's why I think Gilbert Arenas would make a great coach.
Gilbert is different because Gilbert, I think young Gilbert with the whole shoot 'em up and all that after the whole gun situation, no. But
Bro,
Gilbert
you gotta watch his podcast. He tells the real story. It wasn't even a shoot 'em up situation.
It sure wasn't.
It wasn't even a shoot 'em up situation. People blew it out of proportion, and somebody had to wear it, and because he's the bigger name, he wore it.
Okay, so I could be wrong about Melo. I'm not disrespecting Melo's legacy as a basketball player. I don't see him as a coach. I don't see him as a coach.
You ain't seen it yet.
You have to have discipline.
No, think about it. Think about it. No. Think about it, Derek. You watched Isaiah Thomas choke his fucking coach, but eventually he became a coach.
Isaiah Thomas had every job in the NBA, but that's not the point.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But while he was playing with the bad boy Pistons, you probably never could see this man as a coach.
Well, remember Chuck Daly was his coach, so I understand that pedigree, and then him getting into the Knicks. I think he had the Raptors job for a minute. He had every job in basketball. I give that to like Jerry West. Jerry West is probably the greatest intellect in basketball. A lot of our what? Jerry West is the greatest intellect in basketball?
I don't think so.
Who would you put up there?
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. Like, what are we talking about here? The Lakers, the Warriors. Are you serious?
The only reason why Jerry West was not a head coach or something like that on the sidelines is because he didn't have the temperament for it.
Right.
Because he called bullshit, and he would
right. He had too much of a temper, and them young bulls would not have went for that.
Himself. He said that himself. So
yeah. What's the guy that he just passed away? The announcer. He did a lot with Memphis and I think the Pelicans. Oh, what was his name?
Huey Brown passed away?
Huh?
Huey Brown passed away?
Yeah, I think did he just pass away?
Huey Brown passed away. He just retired.
Oh, he just retired. Okay, I'm sorry. I do it all the time. My wife like, you killed somebody. Oh, they not dead.
You gotta do. I was about to say, dog. I'm about to Huey Brown this
Not that I know. You gotta get your information together.
Listen, what I'm saying is, to me, a coach in NFL and NBA has to have discipline. I could be wrong about Melo, and I'll retract my statement about Melo. I'm sorry about that. But what I'm saying is, I can't see it. Like I can see Chauncey. Chauncey's a point guard. Most point guards turn to be pretty good coaches. I don't know about Steve Nash, but most point guards. Avery Johnson was a great coach. He was an average point guard. He did pretty good for us, but he was a great coach. To me, he was a great coach.
Why you don't know? So Derek, why you don't know about Steve Nash? What job did he mess up?
What did he do? What? Oh my God! Damn it, Corby! Damn it! All right. Everything I hate that you don't like Durant, man. You a hater, yo. Anyway, what I'm saying is most point guards throughout history became good. Jason Kidd, he was a few games away from winning the chip.
Is Chauncey Billups a good coach, right? Is he good?
Yeah, but he hasn't won anything, right? He hasn't won.
I'm asking, do you think he's a good coach?
I think the discipline-wise, scheme-wise, I think he just had to find the right group of guys, and I think he will become one. He's still with the Portland, right? The Blazers,
I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed by it.
I mean, how many years he been? He been what 3, 4? The Blazers are bad. They're bad. They don't have nobody anymore.
Well, it's been at least 3 years, and
hold on, I can't say that, Derek, because the Pistons was bad. Look at the Pistons now.
Well, the Pistons have good young talent. He needs
the Blazers got good young talent. What are we talking about here, Dad? You said you know basketball, but you don't know basketball.
What I'm saying is, I can only go off of like you said, the NBA is nothing but a repeat league. The majority of players turn coaches are mainly guards. Point guards, that have been successful. As I said, Jason Kidd. I think Isaiah, did he went to the playoffs as a coach?
Hold up. Now you got Kevin McHale.
Tyrone Lue. He's a terrible basketball player, but he's an okay coach. Even though I think he didn't do anything.
Kevin McHale was a coach.
Huh?
Charles Oakley was a coach.
Yeah, he was. Larry Bird. Larry Bird was a coach.
Yeah,
so yeah, he was with the Pacers.
He wasn't never a guard though. He ain't no guard.
Well, but Jason Kidd, who else? Avery Johnson. I'm just talking about guys that at least made it to the finals.
Well, I disagree that they're mainly guards. I don't think that's true.
Wasn't Bill Russell a coach?
Yeah, he was. He won what's the name too? Yeah. But once again, that was a different NBA. It was very racist and all the other mess. It's only a few brothers in the league, so.
Then Charles Oakley just stopped coaching, right?
Who told you? College?
Charles Oakley was coaching in the NBA at one point.
Where? Assistant coach?
Probably. A lot of players.
Only thing
Deion Martin was just talking about. Well, no, Steven Jackson was talking about Charles Oakley.
Right.
I think
The New York Knicks.
I think it's getting to the point. Like LeBron, it's made it look so easy, but LeBron's he's a genius himself. You know, he never had that Pat Riley. Well, technically he had Eric Spoelstra, but
maybe
he never had that Phil Jackson or the Larry Brown or Ray Popovich. You know, he basically did it by himself. He did it by himself. Huh?
Everybody
stop it.
Everybody don't fit for a system.
Eric Spoelstra is the best.
We're not going LeBron and
Mike Brown are the best two coaches that LeBron has ever had.
Stop. Please stop.
Hold on. I just answer my question before you argue. Was this the best two coaches you ever had?
I'm not talking about coaches, bro. He didn't have mega stars around him.
Okay, well, we're not talking about who he had around. We just talking about coaching.
You keep talking about he had to do it by himself, and his mind is so great. Bro, he's so great that he always got two other all-stars.
Listen. Nobody's a bigger LeBron hitter than me. I've told you I'm retired. But what I'm saying is, his first stint in Cleveland, Mike Brown was there, right? I forgot who. I was just talking to somebody about it. The assistant coach,
championship winning coach, Mike Brown.
I think was it Matt Malone on that team, or was that later? That was when he played against Golden State.
And he got swept.
My whole point is, as an NBA coach, like you said, we want younger guys to deal with the attitudes and the personalities of these younger players. But the OG coaches back in the day, they understood that they were personalities, but it's all about winning. That's why I love San Antonio, because we didn't listen. I'm not going to rant, but we didn't, unless you were Tim Duncan, we didn't put nobody above that level. Everybody else was under Tim Duncan, and then that's what everywhere was. If every single organization tries to have that platform just like that, I think you'll have more success. You can't tend to every single person's personality. You just can't. You need discipline. Hey, you got to be in at a certain time. You got to eat the right things. Zion Williamson would not have made it in the league in the 90s or the 2000s with that weight problem. That's ridiculous. They got on Charles Barkley about that.
Yes, he would have.
And hold on, and the way he's getting hurt, to me, that's another issue in this time of day. Conditioning and discipline. Discipline is a major factor in you being a superstar or a great player in this league. So when you're looking at these young coaches, are they gonna get them on the right meal plan? I'm not saying that Melo can't do that. As I said, I'll retract it if he does good. I'll be the first person to say it, and I'll probably be on Team Melo. But there's no way we gotta have the old move on. Yeah, you need the old school way of thinking sometimes too.
Ron, you got any more trash? What happened, baby?
The Tyreek Hill situation. I just feel like Tyreek, he should never said what he said and now asking for a trade. Don't bat out now, player. You said your quarterback was on the Patrick Mahomes level. Now you asking for a trade to get out of Miami.
Well, he saw this. A lot of players
I told you 4 times, Ryan. It's not Miami. I mean, it's not Tua. It's Miami.
Right. That organization is terrible.
They're trying to get out of there too.
Listen,
Right,
he went for the
there.
money. He went for the money. I have no problem with Tyreek Hill's move. What he said out his mouth was stupid, but he went for the money. Why do we get mad at players to go for the money after they win the chip? He did what he's supposed to do in KC.
I'm not getting mad that I just get mad at the stupid comments he be
making. People say stupid stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? We all got what's it? We got
Prescott said we was right there next to the Eagles. That nigga Ray Charles.
Oh, it's okay for me to talk about Denver, but he can talk about Dallas. No, you didn't make the playoffs. No, Sean. No. You kiss Mike. Say no, but I'm fucking with you. What I'm saying is,
I ain't make the playoffs. I didn't get rocked in the playoffs either.
Right on. I made it. I made it. My job is safe.
Right, why you get rocked?
My job is safe for now. Sean Payton ain't out the door. But anyway, Tyreek Hill's still a top 5, top 10 receiver. I don't care how you look at it, Ron. And you can say what you want to say, but
he could be there during the season, but in the
if
playoffs,
he goes, let's say he goes to the Steelers. Sharon, I have a fucking Super Bowl party right now.
You said what, Ryan?
But Metcalf and Tyreek Hill.
Wait a minute, Derek. What'd you say, Ryan?
I said Tyreek Hill. He do good all season. In the playoffs, he don't show up.
You talking about Super Bowl champion Tyreek Hill?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about the Tyreek Hill that got to Miami Dolphins.
You talking about Super Bowl champion Tyreek Hill?
I keep trying to tell you, but he's not listening. He's not saying.
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
I talk about the Tyreek Hill.
Hold up, Brian. I got a question. When did Tyreek Hill win a championship?
With the Chiefs.
I thought he was gone when they won.
No, they won again the year they left.
He was there on the first team. Is that what you're saying? The first time, first time Mahomes won, he was on that team. Okay.
Yeah. But what I'm saying,
the rest of the league. Crazy. Ain't won nothing since.
What I'm saying, when he got to the Miami Dolphins, what he done in the playoffs?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. They starting quarterback ain't been healthy either.
Is that his problem?
He's been a toothpick.
Yes, that is his problem.
He's been a toothpick in a pack of Pampers for brain.
Don't make an excuse for Derek. Who don't you make an excuse for? I want to know.
Hold on. So you trying to tell me if you have opportunity to get Tyreek Hill, you want to go get him right now?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, all right. I just want to make sure. Oh, okay.
All right. Ron is right about the playoffs, and there's no.
Listen.
All about the quarterback and all that. He's supposed to be the damn cheetah. He's supposed to be the cheetah.
You supposed to show the fuck up.
Who's throwing the ball to him? Who's throwing him the ball?
Sharon, if he goes to y'all, if he goes to KC,
you said playoffs, right? When is the last playoff game Tua played in?
Against Buffalo.
Tua played in that game?
Yes.
Did Tua get the ball to Tyreek Hill?
No, Tua didn't play in that game. Tua didn't play in that game.
Tua played in the Kansas City game. It was the Kansas City game.
Oh.
And Tyreek Hill did get the ball thrown to him.
You just didn't win.
So, I mean, you said you're a top 5 wide receiver, but when it comes to the playoffs, you don't show the fuck up.
The top 3 receiver in the league didn't make the playoffs last year. The number 1 receiver in the league didn't make the playoffs last year. So what does that mean?
Yeah, but y'all want to crown him. The crowning.
He a beast though. Don't get it twisted.
Say that again, Dennis. Say that again.
Y'all want to crown him? Then crown him. All that shit y'all want to talk about Cincinnati. Oh, Joe deserves the MVP. Bitch for what? For who? For what?
Hey, we got to hear this for another season, man. I wish to just come on with the next season. Oh my God, I hate Eagle fans now. I was rooting for y'all.
It got nothing to do with the Eagles. We're talking about Cincinnati.
That's all behind every single thing is hate the rant, Eagles rant. Hate the rant, Eagles rant. That's all that come out your mouth, Leslie.
Well, I got a new rant I gotta let out because this shit happened to my fucking team. And it happened to be my fucking quarterback out of all fucking people in the world. Nico, and I'm not saying his last name. Fuck that. I'm mad. I'm letting y'all know I'm mad. I ain't saying his last name. But Nico wanted more. He wanted more NIL money. He used to play for the Tennessee Volunteers. Wanted more NIL money. He felt as though he deserved $4 million a year instead of $2.4 million. to the point that he starts shopping himself around to other teams in college football.
Yeah.
The only reason we know this is because the Oregon coach called Josh Heupel, which is Tennessee Volunteers coach, and said, "Hey, do you know your quarterback is trying to shop himself around so he gets some more money?"
Right.
Josh Heupel doing the right thing, dropped his ass like a bad habit.
Right.
And after all this conversation about players getting paid and stuff like this, and your ass go out there and say you want more money, you're gonna hold out. This is exactly what you get.
That's what they
Hopefully you land somewhere good and for your playing field, but $2 million may have cost you $200 million.
You're not surprised, are you? Please tell me you're
I'm
not
surprised because it happened to my team. That's why I'm surprised.
Why are you surprised? Nobody's
I'm surprised
with
that
Dennis. Didn't we tell you this 5 years ago that this is the kind of shit
stuff like this I expected to happen. Dumb stuff like this I expected to happen to Florida, Bama, Georgia.
No team is exempt from this, Dennis. No team is exempt from that. And that's what we've been talking about for 5 years. This is what me and Trish have been telling you for 5 freaking years, and y'all don't want to listen.
This is the first time I would have to say I agree with you. First time out of the whole time.
So how did you not see?
Because Sean, all they were thinking about is getting these kids paid. That's all people think about. They don't.
It's pros and cons to everything.
They don't think about the results. They don't think about the ramifications.
A holdout,
they care about
a college holdout.
They don't care about the organizations. All they care about is the kids getting their money so that they can buy their mama a house while they're still in college and pay the bills. That's supposed to be the number one objective. Damn the school. But don't you know if you don't take care of the school, you're not gonna have no more program for anybody to play.
The school ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
That's a lie.
The school ain't going nowhere.
Let's get this out the way.
Let's
get this out the way, though.
Out of the way. You are wrong about that. I can name you 3 colleges right now that just laid off staff since January the 20th.
That's because you let staff
I know who.
Everybody get laid off though, Chocolate Girl. That's not a big thing.
Right.
But hear me out.
They laying off at my job.
Okay.
Bankruptcy don't mean you broke.
I'm trying to educate y'all. Y'all can't learn if you keep talking.
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you, you're wrong. There are colleges and universities having meetings right now about this shit and about laying off staff in their sporting programs because of it. So like I said, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm just gonna let the chips fall where it may. And every time something happens that I told you what happened, I'm just gonna say, Dennis, I told you, and keep moving.
All right.
Because y'all won't listen.
Here's what happened, Dennis. This ain't the first time this happened. Let's get that out the way. The only reason
somebody to hold out,
just asking for more money, or I don't want to play.
No. Asking for more money, I understand. But to say I'm a holdout,
yes, this is not the. I'm telling you, it's not the first time it happened. The only reason why it didn't got broadcasted is because Tennessee is in the SEC. That's the only reason why. Let's get that out the way. I'm pretty sure it's happened already. It's just it's a bigger school, so we can get a story out of it. Part 2 to that is, okay, you pay the kids, but whoever decided to start letting these kids fuck around with millions from the door is insane. What y'all set the bar? See, it go both ways. It's like, okay, pay them, but who set the bar at millions? Who was the first person to offer one of these kids a fucking $1 million to play college football?
Because that's what they wanted.
But that was you generate. Hold on, that's what you generate.
In our argument, hold on, Derek. In our argument 5 years ago, the one thing I kept saying is it needs to be a pay scale. Why did I say it needs to be a pay scale?
What did I say when you said that?
But it is.
And why did I say it needs to be a pay scale? Because I said you can't make more money in college.
I said, what did I say?
I don't know what Sharon right now. I don't know what you said. I'm trying to finish my statement. That's all. You can't make more money in college than you can make going to the NFL. Because what's going to make you go to the NFL?
The money.
That's all I was saying. That's why I said it needs to be a pay scale.
All right.
Now, Sharon, what did you say? What did you say, Sharon? After that,
what I said is there's not going to be a pay scale. They're not going to do it that way. They're not going to do it that way because
it's not a pay
families of these kids are going to demand it. They
don't
want
think so?
their kids to get paid as much as coaches because they're mad because the players don't have the same rights as the goddamn coach like they're supposed to.
You said it's not a pay scale, Dennis?
No, it's not a pay scale.
It's definitely a pay scale.
And that's the reason why there's not going to be a pay scale that like what you're talking about.
I'm about to tell you right now.
It's never going to be that.
I'm about to tell you right now. The more popping you are, the more you get paid. That's your pay scale.
That's not a pay scale, sir.
How is it not?
Not a pay scale.
How is it not?
Sean, that's not what he's talking about.
Sean,
that's not a pay scale.
Right.
Sean,
you don't think that's a pay
scale?
You're
just saying they get paid by popularity. Only thing you just said is NIL, name, image, and likeness. That's not a pay scale.
That's a pay scale.
That's a pay scale.
That's a real
pay scale out there. Okay, go ahead. What are you talking about?
It's not a set in stone. It's not a pay scale like, oh, if you do this, you get that. If you do this, no. The pay scale that's in place is if you are Arch Manning, for instance. I bet if Arch Manning won the fucking holdout, I bet he got his money.
But that's the whole point.
It's a pay scale. I'm telling you, I guarantee his last name is Manning. Motherfucker, he's getting what he wants.
If you are
honestly, here's the thing on it. His QB came back for another year. He could have held out. He could have did whatever he wanted. He stayed back. He played a backup role and did what he needed to do.
You know why?
Obviously, that's not what he does.
I'll play a backup role too when I know I'm not eligible for the NFL until I'm a upperclassman and I'm already getting $6 million on a fucking bench. I'll sit down too.
You're right, but listen,
what are you talking about? That's the pay scale.
Hold on. So Chris Webber, Fab Five Chris Webber. Hold on. Fab Five
Chris Webber. My name put asses in seats. It's a pay scale.
I hear you, Sean. He said I couldn't afford the jersey with my name on my back.
You got it. It's a pay scale. I ain't going back.
Listen, hold on. Chris Webber said I couldn't afford the name of the jersey with my name on my back.
Derek. We know that part, Derek. You about to go down a long ass rabbit hole. We can't be here. I can't be here with y'all all night. Is what I'm trying to let y'all know. All right. Okay. About to go down a long ass rabbit hole. What I'm trying to tell you is, this is all I was saying. It needs to be a pay scale. They shouldn't have been making more than a certain amount. Nobody shouldn't have been making $1 million a year at all.
So
then don't just like the G League.
Don't make money off my jersey.
Like the G League. You shouldn't be making more than $500 million a year.
I shouldn't be in commercials then. I shouldn't. Whatever I produce on the court and whatever I produce in the media, that's what I should be compensated for.
Okay. Well, you got it.
That's why
you got see.
But that's where that shit should be cut off.
Hold up,
they
Sean.
should be allowed to do that.
Hold up, Sean. Dennis, you see what I'm talking about now? You heard what Derek said. So. This is what I was trying to tell you is going to be the prevailing thought, and that's the reason why your idea is a great one, but they're never going to do it. I told you that. They're not going to do that.
It's like
most people think like Derek. Oh, well, whatever they bring in, that's what they should get. That's bullshit.
I know that's bullshit.
How many people watching this broadcast right now go to work every day and make as much as their damn CEO? Nobody.
Well, of course not.
No, then then why are you sitting up here talking about these kids?
That's the mentality. I'm sorry, but that's the mentality. I want college students.
Well, athletes. Then you got it. You
can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, Sharon. If you're gonna make money off of me, I can't get a percentage of it.
I'm not
billions of dollars.
Derek, listen.
We're
gonna have a two-way conversation. We gotta have a two-way conversation.
You're not catching it.
Yelling at me.
You're not catching it,
Derek. I'm not yelling. I'm sorry. But what I'm
saying to you, I'm not trying to have anything both ways. I said you won. There's nothing for us to argue about. You got it your way. And that's the reason why college sports is getting fucked up right now. And it's going to get worse. It's just a little bit at a time, a little piece here, a little piece there. 10 years from now, you're not even going to recognize it. It's not even going to be.
To be honest with you,
it's going to go down the rabbit hole just like the NBA has gone. Why? Because of the money. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
So why don't you just make college the new training camp for the NFL? Who cares if Johnny Manziel is great in college football? I don't give a damn. I want to see what you do in the pros.
All right, let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one. We're gonna be here all day.
Apparently you
I
do
can't be here
because
with
y'all
y'all all
buying
night.
their
Be telling y'all
they're
that
buying
again.
their jerseys and buying their tickets. So apparently y'all do care
I
about
don't
how
go to college
they
games, so I
feel.
don't care
Go to
less.
work, big dog.
I ain't been to college games in years.
Yeah, I'm about to go to work. Come on, anybody else got any what happened, baby? We need to get the certified player. We still on what happened, baby. Sean, you got any what happened, baby?
No.
All right. What about you, Derek? You got any? Well, wait a minute. Hold up, Derek. I forgot that BJ sent the joint.
I'm just here. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, yo, that's the worst president to do it in front of, because you know he's gonna say something about you. Oh God, that would happen to me. I guarantee you, if I was on the Coliseum, that would happen to me. That happened. Y'all be laughing about it forever.
Listen, it speaks for itself.
You should have brought you behind to the White House in the first place. I would never go up there with
I was gonna say that, man. It's like you know what they always say. If you're the smartest one out your group, then you're in the dumbass group, and I can see that's a dumbass group to lead in the fucking White House. Well, I swear for God. Well, they got to be the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever in my life.
Wait a minute, listen, I'm ignorant. Is the championship supposed to come apart like that? Like,
no, it ain't supposed to come apart like that.
They're the champs.
Oh man, it don't matter. It's still on paper that we the champs. Well, they the champs. I'm a Florida Gator fan too, but
now you watch college.
No. I'm not saying. I've told everybody my football team.
The basketball team.
Yeah, the Florida Gators. Yeah, since Danny Warfield back in the day, when I was watching college football. Yeah.
What was the basketball team? Was it?
Chocolate girl, you got anything?
No. I like Michigan. I told you I like Fat Five.
No, my only what happened, baby, is my Pittsburgh Steelers if they don't keep TJ Watt. That's all I came on here to say, because that's bullshit.
Yeah, Sharon said fuck all that.
There should be no problems. That should have been done and over with by now.
Over with. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And this is Pittsburgh. This is Pittsburgh. No offense, Sharon, but y'all are the epsilon of franchise in the NFL. So yeah, that should be done with, man.
Yeah, it should have been over and done with. It's no question. You re-sign him. You give him whatever he wants.
That's right.
You tell him, Sharon.
You ain't lying.
I don't care what it is. Give it to him.
But just in case, got TJ Watt for sale. TJ Watt for sale. Think get about the AFC West. Yes, AFC. Please, that conference.
Derek, that shit ain't funny. I take my feelings very serious. I can't laugh about that.
It's cool when Kawhi Leonard got traded. Everybody wanted to laugh at me. Oh, yes, that's no.
I know you back then. Hey, Derek, I knew you back then. But I didn't know you was a Spurs fan back then. Let me just say that.
Listen. All I had to say is that's probably not gonna happen. But if it does, boy, that's a feat of friend.
Y'all should love Kawhi alone, man. And y'all too will be at the top of the mountain.
That's what I said. I said let them go to the Falcons too. I said the Falcons need to be calling the Pittsburgh Steelers and offering them everything they need.
Everything they need, boy.
Oh, and Dennis, what I was saying about that is there's nobody out there that we could even get for TJ Watt that would move the needle enough for us to be a difference maker without him on the team also. That's what I'm saying.
So Michael Parsons,
but what I was saying about the situation, though, Sharon, what I was trying to say was if you like I was saying, if you get enough of a haul, like you're not going to get TJ Watt, but if you get enough pieces to help you out defensively and offensively, and y'all win a playoff game, is it still considered a rebuild?
Dennis, I fully understood what you said. And I'm challenging. I am saying that is not correct. because there is no possible combination of offensive and defensive players that we could get for TJ Watt that's available to even be traded for that would do that, is what I'm saying.
Mahomes getting traded will be compensation for TJ Watt. If they traded Mahomes to Pittsburgh.
I mean, we're not getting that person.
I know. I'm just saying, but Mahomes up.
Right.
Bye, TJ.
That's the caliber of people we would have to get collectively.
Yeah, I understand.
To equal up to TJ Watt, and we don't. There's nobody out there that we could get for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I asked the question. They are unguardable players. I'm sorry, untradeable players in the league, and they are. And TJ Watt probably one of them. So, especially defensively. Yep.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. Ron, what you got for certified player?
My only certified player, the Lakers went to Dallas, and Luka scored 45 points on Dallas.
That's not hard. That's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah. Dallas a playoff team though. Well, play-in team. I'm sorry.
But wait a minute. You play ball there? You in the NBA?
Listen, it's not hard for Luka. Joker probably the only player I put over Luka right now.
The man went into Dallas Maverick and he put on a clinic. That don't happen every day, Dad.
It's not that it don't happen. He's the first person to do it at that many points on a revenge game. But it's still Luka Doncic. He is a Hall of Fame caliber player. So I'm not shocked.
To be honest, David, I wish he would put a 70 on their ass.
Listen, 45 is pretty bad. 70 will be ridiculous. Yeah.
The ownership.
He need to be fired. He should have been fired that night.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you know what's going to happen?
It wasn't him, y'all. It was the owner.
I know. Thank God for the story, Sharon.
The owner made him do that, so I don't think
screwed him over. Yo, he should be fired because you shouldn't have went along with it. I would have been. I'm like, I don't. What say it again?
Wait a minute. If you want to keep your job,
listen. I hear what you're saying. But I'm like, say that again. You want me to trade who? Oh, it must be a miscommunication. Oh, break it up. Nah, you don't do that.
Keep your job.
He is 25 years old. You don't trade a 25-year-old all NBA player. You don't do that. You just don't do it.
Hey, well, it's done and over with.
Well, you piss off a billionaire, they'll do whatever the hell they want.
That's true. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I think you know what? I'll be a terrible owner because I'm always going to do what the fans want me to do. Well, I would never try to make any money.
Fuck them
I wouldn't make any money.
I'm going to do whatever I need to do to win. Cause see, I want
that too. That's too true. That too. Right. Fuck them fans. It's about doing what you got to do to win. But that won't help. The Dollars is not winning anything in the next 5 years. I had them going back to the championship.
Try 10.
Huh? Well, I don't know about 10 because anything can happen. But 5 years.
That set that team back like at least a good 10 years.
Well, is Jason Kidd gonna still be there all these years? Because
I don't think so. Unless AD stop getting hurt,
be there, they definitely not gonna win no more.
Right.
Listen. No, they might win. AD is a good. I think he'll lead that team into a playoff berth.
Wait a minute. This the same AD that cannot stay healthy. That AD.
Wait a minute, Ryan. Not hard. Ryan, what you call AD? What you?
Oh, street clothes.
Street clothes.
Bad Joe. That
listen, AD. You listen. AD still can ball. Don't disrespect my man like that. Healthy, he's a beast. Him and Embiid, they what they call it, the EMC squad. But they ball. Don't get it twisted. They ball.
Well, when do he stay healthy?
Huh? When will he stay healthy? Hey man.
Look,
figure that out, and how LeBron keeps going on the way he's going on at the age of 40. Those are two of the mysteries of the league, man.
Wait a minute there. Can he stay healthy more than a year?
He has once. He has.
Did you just hear yourself once?
Once, yeah. What? You asked me a question, I answered. Damn, y'all. I don't know.
And remember that.
I think that was the championship year, right? That was a championship. I think it was a championship year, and it might have been. He didn't play that much in the regular season, but he played all of the playoffs. I think it was a few years ago.
They're not good.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good.
So that's all I got, Dennis. Sharon, do you got any so-far players?
Shout out to the fellas of inside the NBA, and shout out to Ernie Johnson going out like a champ, and he got a little choked up saying goodbye to the TNT staff. So I salute all four of them. It's a great show. Now, from what I'm understanding, they're supposed to be on ESPN from now on or something. But with all the streaming and you never know where you're gonna watch the show and all that this shit ain't gonna be the same.
I don't think it's gonna be the same, Sharon, but I think with their personalities, I love Shaq and Barkley. They can talk basketball till they die, man. They make it funny and like you forget that you watch the basketball.
I'm not concerned about the quality.
Yeah.
I mean the production of it is my issue.
It's Disney.
I don't have any problem with them.
It's Disney, so we'll see. Maybe it's better. You never know. Shannon Sharp is better now that he does his podcast.
But this is the thing, Derek. We always knew they were going to be on TNT. We knew where they were going to be.
Right.
What time?
Tuesday was it Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not going to have it that way now. I mean, we got to see. Just give it a chance. It's new. They tell what y'all tell me. Oh, the playing game, not to play with the cup, the what's the name cup, the Players Cup.
I wasn't gonna give it a chance. I just said it's not gonna be the same.
It might be better. You never know. Just give it a chance.
I don't believe there's no way it could be better.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, no, we know.
Dennis Sharp is better now that he's on ESPN than he was with Skip.
The way it's been at TNT is the best you can get. Everybody knows they are the best in the business. That show is the best basketball show in the game. Period. Hands down.
I think it's the best. I think it's the best commentating in the business, like in media. To me, especially for like, you can't name four guys better. Joe Buck and what's the name for football? No, sorry. Nah. Troy Aikman? Nope. Try again. Maybe Al Michaels or somebody.
Yeah.
What you got for me? What yourself player this week?
Just Boots. Boots right there became the unified champion. Boots fashion. It was stopped. I think the fight stopped in like 6 rounds. It was easy. Shout out to Boots.
Dennis, do you got any so-far player?
No, read the question.
I said, my first question. Name a bad NBA team that needs to sign Michael Malone as their new NBA head coach. There.
San Antonio. I think Pop is done. I think he has like a year. I'll take him.
Well, did he come from y'all? You supposed to know this, Derek.
No, I don't think Budenholzer came from. Hold on. Budenholzer came from us. Nurse, Mike Brown. No, I don't think Matt Malone. If he did, it might have been for like a year. I don't think so. I can't remember Matt Malone being with us.
All right, Sharon.
The Pelicans.
Ooh,
good one. Nice young team.
They just signed. They got a new GM too. They just signed what's his name for?
The Pelicans or the Hornets.
Ooh, good one. And no Jordan over there. Yeah, that's a good one.
The Sixers.
Oh shit.
Okay, Den. See you, Den. Den over there cheesing. Like, give me one to get the chip.
Dennis. Well, how about Washington?
No,
I don't think like right. We ain't not going for that team.
It don't matter because that ownership group is just lousy. It's just
terrible. I thought the Clippers was bad, but at least they make the playoffs. Washington terrible.
All right, my next question. People call LeBron James the GOAT. Is he the GOAT because he is a better player than everyone else, or because he playing more years than everyone else? Derek.
Longevity, yes. LeBron James is the longevity GOAT. The best player ever is still MJ.
Sean.
I agree. I think that people only call him the quote unquote GOAT because of the longevity. Same reason why I think Brady get the title. But that's just me.
No, Brady actually done things.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's beat the GOAT now, so yeah.
I agree with Derek. Let's just move
but
on.
Listen, Luka.
Before I get upset, I don't even want to talk about that.
The Don got 2 more rings coming towards what's the name if they get Joker, especially get Joker next year. Woo-wee. 2 more rings heading your way. 2 more banners, right, Shan? That's all it's about. 2 more banners up there. He can at least get one in the next 2 years. Oh yeah, it's coming.
My next question. Name an NBA team that should sign Kevin Durant this offseason, and do you think he can take a team to the finals next year? Sean.
You already know what I'm going to say, so I ain't going to. I'm going to laugh.
The team that should take him?
Yeah.
The retirement home.
Oh, shit.
Y'all haters on Durant. Y'all haters on Durant because you can't do what he can do. He is the best offensive weapon we've ever seen in basketball. Period. He's the best offensive weapon we've ever seen in basketball. I'm tired of this Joker stuff. I argue about Joker all.
No, he's not. I don't have to say this Joker. He's not. He's not. I can name other players. Kevin Durant is not the best offensive weapon I've seen.
He's there 40 and he's still dropping 28 a game.
That's cool. But he's still not. To me, he's not a better offensive weapon than Carmelo Anthony. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
If you want to argue that Carmelo got a better post game, maybe. But outside of that, ain't nobody there.
That's a part of offense,
what he's doing. If Wemby gonna do that, maybe in 5 or 6 years. Bro. But nobody's doing what Kevin Durant's doing right now.
What is Kevin Durant doing?
He averaging damn near 28 a game. It's nothing. There's no weakness to his offensive game. There's no weakness. None. Joker's a better passer. Joker's a better passer.
I'm not a fan of Durant's post game. Me personally.
Okay. That's great. That's fine. I'm a fan of everything else.
It's not, but you saying but you just told me that he's the best offensive weapon, but he can't post like Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony can do everything like Durant, but he can't post like Carmelo Anthony.
Okay, that's arguable. But at his size,
not arguable. We're looking at it.
At 6'11", 7 foot, name somebody that's better.
Why you keep changing the goalpost for him?
I said for what he brings to the table, I've never seen nobody do it better.
You keep changing now at 6'11", 6 foot. No,
that's
I'm taking Kobe. I'm taking Kobe over Durant too.
Okay, that's player. But Kobe did not have the stroke.
Offense wise.
Kobe does not have the same stroke that Durant does. He doesn't. I'm sorry. Kobe said it himself. He's hard to stick. He said, "Yo, I can't do nothing with Durant."
Derek.
But you said offensive weapon.
Wait. Why y'all arguing opinion? Sean's opinion, he's not. Your opinion, he is. Y'all gave y'all points. You're not gonna.
The question was.
Let me read the question.
The question was: would he take a team to the playoffs or to the championship?
There are teams that he could.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Phoenix is just not one of them. Phoenix is just not one of them. You put him on the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard and Harden, the way them two are playing right now. You put him on Denver. Hold on. You put him on Denver and send Aaron Gordon somewhere and put Durant on Denver and see what they do.
That's not the question. That's not Durant taking that team to the playoffs. That's him getting on somebody else's team who's already fucking good.
You put him on the Sixers. Okay, put him on the Sixers. Put him on the Sixers and their playoff team.
No, because
somebody's still there.
Team.
And he don't play. Him or Paul George don't play. Take Paul George off, put Durant on there. Take Paul George off, put Durant on there. They are a playoff team. Hell, they might try to win the championship.
What? No.
Let me read the question.
Durant don't work with ball dominant guards. That's already been seen. It's already known. He don't work with ball dominant guards.
So he didn't work well with Curry?
What?
He didn't work well with Curry?
Exactly. Curry's not a ball dominant guard.
Why ain't he?
Because he's not. Draymond runs the offense.
But Curry does too.
Sometimes, but he's not ball dominant. Curry will get that shit up. He don't have no issues with it. Curry's not a player. He's a superstar that don't have to take the last shot. He don't care. He gonna win.
Put Durant on Houston. Houston doesn't make it further in the playoffs?
No.
Let me read. Wait a minute. Let me read the question again.
Go ahead.
Name a NBA team that should sign Kevin Durant this offseason. And do you think he can take a team to the finals next year?
Oh, San Antonio, Houston, put him back on OKC. Yes, it's a possibility. We're talking about possibilities. Y'all act like Durant's trash. 28
did not say
points
nothing.
a game.
Oh, that's how you taking it.
That's how it's
There, keep your feelings out of it. There.
You right. You're right. To Durant's not what he used to be. I give you that. 28 points. If that's not what a player used to be, sign me up.
But he that leadership that you said, you know what? If everything go wrong, he's the get bucket for us.
Yeah. Yes.
No, he was not like that with Oklahoma.
That was young Durant.
He was not like that with the Warriors.
He was the best player on the Warriors team.
He was not like that with Brooklyn.
What?
He was the best player on the Warriors team. What are we talking about?
The team that just came back on him on 3-1?
When he left OKC to go to the Warriors, he was the best player on that team.
No, he wasn't.
The team that just beat, I'm gonna say it again. The team that just came back and beat him.
Right.
Down 3-1. He's better than everybody on that team.
He was up. I remember he was up 3-1.
And lost.
And listen. So you play all that on him?
He lost. He's on the team.
He's a superstar.
He's a star player, right?
Hold on. I don't want to go on this too long. So without him, do you think the Cleveland wins too? I mean, like, what are we talking about? They needed him to beat Cleveland.
I don't know. That they only got one. They only got one chance to play.
The Red hate is thick like marinara sauce. I tell you, boy.
It's not. It's no hate.
Hate, brother.
It's no hate.
28 a game at 36 is ridiculous.
Okay.
Nobody's doing that in the NBA. Nobody.
Wasn't Kobe doing that shit?
Maybe LeBron.
Wasn't Kobe doing that shit?
Whole different breed.
Let me go to my next question. If you was a GM and you draft a young quarterback, who will you get to mentor him? Sean.
If I was drafting a young quarterback, who would I get to mentor him?
Yep, him. Your quarterback. If you could get anybody that were in the NFL, who will you get to mentor your quarterback?
Drew Bledsoe.
Why?
Can staff?
Because I like the quarterbacks that came after Drew Bledsoe. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Romo being one of them.
Okay.
All right. There.
Brady, I would say Tom
Brady.
Brady. Yeah, who's better than Tom Brady to coach your young quarterback?
A lot of people. The fuck?
You really don't like Tom Brady. That's crazy.
Bro, that's the fucked up part. You make me not like Tom Brady. Like, I like Tom Brady, but you're making me not like him now. Like,
I hate him.
Wait a minute.
He's
not.
Okay.
You know, Montana never lost in the Super Bowl. That shit never gets talked about. Like, Montana's undefeated in the fucking Super Bowl. He's never lost. That shit never gets talked about.
Listen, Tom Brady been to the playoffs more than some guys played in a career.
Because he played 20 fucking years.
He's been to more Super Bowls than guys played in their career. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Here. Please tell me that you're not doing the whole LeBron James excuse, putting the number of times you go ahead of everything else. Please tell me you're not doing
No. He has won more championships than he's lost, correct?
No, but you said he went.
He won 10 times, right?
That's what you said. Went. You didn't say one. You said went.
Yeah, well, yes. That's not a fact. Am I mistaken?
No, I'm not saying that it's not.
No, 7-3.
But that's not a good argument to use in this instance, is what I'm saying. Now, if you want to say
you think he's a bad influence on your quarterback? He's going to tell him how to lose.
Say he went more. So who gives a damn if you went?
Okay. He is one more than some of these guys have been good at football.
And say that. That's fine. My answer is Joe Montana. That's my answer.
Okay. We not arguing that. We just saying who you want to mentor your young quarterback. I said Tom Brady. If he's a pocket quarterback. Yeah.
All right.
I'm talking, Derek. Let me finish my statement.
Yes, ma'am.
I would take his old ass to teach these young bugs something, because they don't have discipline. They don't have they don't have the stamina, and they don't have the love for the game like they used to.
Right. I agree.
I don't see it in today's NFL players. I don't see it. So maybe some of that can rub off of him. And to me, he's the GOAT. So that's who I would pick.
Okay.
That's because that's back when they wasn't playing for no money, Sharon. They was playing just for the love of the fucking game. You know what I mean? That's why that shit look like that, and it look bullshit now, because these is prima donnas. They playing for numbers. You can see arguments about players. Why you ain't throwing me the balls like that? Because now on your numbers is a money. It's money on these numbers now. Now if you get 10 sacks, that's an extra $2 million for this year. You feel me? This shit's weird now. They playing for the bread. They're not playing for the love no more. That's why you're not getting no authentic game no more.
Well, I don't want CTE, so I can't. I like with that argument, Sean. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not trying to get like whacked out my brain. I've seen the other end of why those players what they played for, the sacrifices they made.
That shit, I get it.
I'm saying the sacrifice they made. I see the back end of it. The guys shooting, killing them.
It's not a sacrifice when it's a choice, Derek. You chose to put on them pads. You chose to put on the helmet. Even after you knew what was going on, you knew how physical a game this was.
That's respectable, but I'm just saying.
This is your choice, bro.
NFL don't show no love, man. Once you make no money, they don't show no love. That's all I'm saying.
But it ain't no sacrifice. What I'm saying, as a football player, I play football still to this day. It's a choice. I can not go out there every Sunday if I want. It's a choice.
Let me go to my next question. How far you think the Denver Nuggets will go in the playoffs since they fired their head coach, Sean?
Okay. Sorry. That's me.
How far do I think the Nuggets will go?
Yep.
Denver Nuggets. Steel toe buckets.
Don't do it, Sean. Don't do it.
Yo,
what you got for me, dog?
2006.
He's supposed to be the greatest of all time. He leads the league. He's the top 3 in points, steals.
I think the Nuggets still have a playoff push. They're still a good team.
Player of all time.
We off of that. We off of that. Me and you can argue about that later on, Derek.
He can't do no wrong. Ain't no way in the world they don't at least make it to the least conference finals. Since he's the best player in the world, right?
Who?
That's what I was told.
Who?
You said the Nuggets, right? Joker. He's
so
the
best player in the world, Joker now. Why are you hating on this man?
In the world, right?
Why are you hating?
I ain't hating. It's facts, right? He leads the league in passing, in steals, top 3 in steals, points. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. We never seen nobody 7-foot center that can pass and dribble like Joker. Yeah, all right. Let my man Kawhi finally get over the hump. Let my man Kawhi finally get over the hump. That's all I'm saying.
What's your answer, Derek?
My answer is he's supposed to make it to at least the conference final because he's the best player in the league. Coach, no coach.
Sean, finish your answer, Sean.
He's a hater. I think they have a playoff push. I would say I wouldn't be surprised if they do make the Western Conference Finals.
Sure.
The furthest they will go is the second round.
Now I say the second round too.
Yeah, that's as far as they're going. And no, he's not the greatest player in the game. He's not. I'm sorry.
Who is?
It's not Joker.
Who is?
I said it's not Joker.
Who is, ma'am? Ma'am, please answer the question. Then we'll
I'm
go.
kind of interested. I'm kind of interested in that answer too.
No, I'm not going to answer the question. How about that?
Oh, all right. Listen, just because they y'all daddy don't mean nothing.
Right?
I'm for Joker. I'm for the Lakers and Luka. I'm all for it. I hate the Lakers overall.
Well, that's fine. That's
what I'm saying
team.
is,
so you can hate them all you want. I really don't care.
He is the best player in basketball.
No, he's
and
not.
That's the only props I give him. But what I'm saying is, all the hype he's getting right now, there should be no way you out in the first and second round. That's all.
What hype? He's already won a championship. He already got MVPs. What hype? Where's the hype?
Saying. So the great Joker.
Hey, Derek, since you're a residential hater, don't forget he averaged a triple-double this year.
That proves my point. That proves my point even more.
You hater. But if it was Kevin Durant, you'd be sucking his toes. But now that it's fucking
7-footer ever averaged a triple-double.
It's a problem,
7-footer. Come on, bro.
Wait a minute.
Come on, bro.
Hey yo, you can have your Durant hate. I can have my Joker hate. It is what it is. Let's go.
Say that then. We need you to say that next time.
You know what I'm saying? I'll admit that. I'll admit that for the gate.
My next question. Do you think the big mans in the NBA right now could play in the early 2000s? And
early 2000s?
Early 2000s. And do you think they would have dominated against the big man?
No.
Talk to me.
I mean, early 2000s. So outside of Shaq, you got
Patrick Ewing.
You said early 2000s, right?
Patrick Ewing was dominating.
Patrick Ewing wasn't playing, bro.
He was done by then. He was done.
Okay.
I think some of them could have been all right. And B would have been all right. If he without the injuries I'm speaking on. Right. B would have been okay. I think I like you said today's. I even like DeMarcus Cousins back then. But Anthony Davis without injuries probably would have been all right. Karl Anthony Towns probably not. A couple, not all. A couple, not too many.
So it's probably gonna be Joker and B Towns.
No, not Towns. Not Towns.
And Wemby. And Wemby will be a problem. Wemby will be a problem.
Not Wemby either. Not Towns or Wemby.
Listen. This is why. Because Shaq said he had problems with Yao. And Yao to me is trash compared to the guys we didn't name.
But Yao was heavier too though.
I don't know.
Was Yao dominating?
I would. No. Y'all had deep.
That's why he's not. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. I don't understand why he's in the Hall of Fame, but that's my opinion.
What you mean?
I'm just asking who was besides Shaq, who was dominating in 2000s?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Marcus can't be Marcus Saul.
Marcus Saul's not early 2000s.
Mid 2000s. So
he said early.
I said early.
So from 2000 to 2004, basically, right?
Somewhere in there. That's what you're talking about. About 2005.
Yeah, okay. Ben Wallace was good on defense.
He was only 6'9". He Joker give Ben Wallace fits.
Oh God, I don't want to argue this today.
He would.
Just let me know when it's my turn to answer.
Wait a minute, y'all. You got to look at the Pacers back then. There too. They had some dudes on the Pacers that would give you fits. So those count them out.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Center?
Not no big man. Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal.
What y'all talking about?
Jermaine O'Neal wasn't a perimeter player though.
What?
No, Jermaine O'Neal was all right. You tripping?
He was a beast in the post.
He was all right.
And I'm not saying that he can't beat you to the basket, but he wasn't what Joker is though. That's what I'm saying.
Then you had the Blazers
Paul
back then.
Gasol was with Joker.
You said what?
Besides
Joker's better than Paul Gasol, but I agree with that.
Besides the passing, I said besides
Chris Bosh, Lamar Odom is what Paul Gasol is what Joker is.
No.
What?
No.
Paul Gasol. I'm sorry. Chris Bosh and Lamar Odom can do
Why
what
do
Joker
you
do.
keep doing this to my man Bosh? No.
They're 6'10". They can run the floor.
So are we saying that
Giannis forwards?
So are we saying that Giannis is considered one of those big men that he's talking about?
I guess he would have to play power forward.
Yeah, he would definitely be a problem because the White House problem.
Giannis would have been one of the ones I say that would have dominated them.
Yeah,
no, absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree with Giannis. I agree with Giannis.
I agree. Is Giannis Go ahead.
I say Giannis is the only one. All the rest of them, no.
Ooh.
Not even Joker.
It's just banging with Shaq night after night, even though that probably be like 4 games out of the season. It would have been hard. It would have been hard.
Joker
Nobody
would be an average player in the early 2000s. He would not have an MVP or a chip. Unless he was on a team with somebody else great.
Right.
But he would not be the reason they won a chip.
Especially in Denver. No.
Giannis is the only one that could probably go toe to toe with some of them. I'm not sure if he would have won an MVP though in the early 2000s, but he could hang with him. He could hang. I'm not saying he would dominate. So to answer your question, Ron, if I want to be exact, the answer is nobody. It's none of them. But
remember,
he could hang. He couldn't dominate.
Wallace.
I mean, Dirk hung. If Dirk hung, I think your Joker could have hung.
No.
Dirk had a team around him too. Dirk got
an MVP too, though.
Dirk wasn't no threat in the middle.
He wasn't. I wasn't worried about him in the middle. No.
Well, he took over on James.
He did take over games. He probably had the hardest finals run I ever seen.
He took over against Miami. He did take over.
He did
in the finals.
He did.
He had the hardest finals run I ever seen.
He took over in the finals.
One of them, yes.
There's a difference between taking over in the finals and just being a force in the paint. He's not that. Dirk was never.
I was only saying that in regards to him winning the MVP, but that happened later.
See, I would allow Joker to shoot all the threes and pass the balls all he want, but bring your little bony ass. Well, no, he's kind of a big dude. Bring your behind in the middle and deal with Shaq. Deal with Tim Duncan.
No, but see, that's the thing, though. Like,
he's not doing that.
Nobody was dealing with Shaq. Let's get that out the way. Shaq is probably the most dominant player we've ever seen play this game.
Right.
So we got to exclude Shaq out of this. But I do think he's been able to bang with the rest of them, though. Not Duncan, but
he's not doing 7 games with Tim Duncan. I'm sorry, he's not doing that with Cornette either. Nah. Sorry.
When did Olajuwon retire?
Say it again.
Did Olajuwon retire in the 90s?
In the 90s?
He retired in the 2000s. I think he was on the Toronto Raptors.
All right. So in his prime, do you think Joker could bang with him?
Fuck no.
Darren Robinson couldn't do it. So what do you think Joker would do?
Shaq couldn't do it. Nobody could. Nobody could. Olajuwon to me is the greatest big man.
Joker could bang with Olajuwon.
Joker bang with Olajuwon in his prime.
Hell no.
I don't think he could bang with him.
Hell no.
Olajuwon had that quick feet.
I personally think Olajuwon is way overrated.
Oh my shit! You're not one of those people. Oh, you cuss. Oh, I did not know you was one of those people.
No, I'm not one of those people. No, I don't hate Olajuwon, and I don't not give him credit for his greatness. He's one of the best fundamentally sound big men I've ever seen as far as his footwork is concerned. He's a bad boy, and his defensive game is amazing.
Top 2.
But I don't believe that he belongs in some of the discussions that people put him in. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so you have to clarify. You cussing right now.
I'll
I'm gonna pop your mouth, baby.
I'll clarify. Because people have told me that he is in the top 3 of centers of all time.
Yes, he could be.
No, that's bullshit. Second, they say that he should be listed in the top 10 of players of all time. No. I can name 12 that are better than him.
Listen, I don't know about your family, but your grandmama gonna beat your baby. Now let me tell you about Olajuwon.
Derek,
2-time block champ.
Derek.
I'm just saying, Sharon, you're my age. We were the same age.
I don't need you to do that, Derek. Let's just move the show on. I'm
Please do.
Your
my next question.
You told me I had to clarify, so I'm clarifying.
My
and
next
those are two
question.
of the discussions
Bad
that I
team,
hear
bad
people
Sharon.
put him in that he shouldn't be in.
How long do you give a NFL head coach his props for winning a Super Bowl from 3 years ago? Sean.
How long do he get his props?
Yep.
I mean, every time you introduce him, you're gonna introduce him as the Super Bowl
winning champ. That's right.
Forever. You win that championship, you forever get props because you won it.
Yep. Okay. I don't care how bad you claim to be.
What's the question? Tell me the question.
How long you give an NFL head coach his props for winning a Super Bowl from 3 years ago?
Forever.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just asking this question. So we forever give Barry Switzer his props?
Yes. I knew you gonna break him up.
Yes, Dennis.
I forever give anybody that wins the Super Bowl. You know how
hard it
is to win.
It's hard. It's hard. There are coaches that have never even got to the playoffs.
Even though Steve Carroll should have ran the ball, he still won one.
That's right.
He still won one.
That's right.
My last one. Do you think the NBA need to make a new rule this offseason called the Reggie Miller rule? If you a shooter and you kick your feet out while you shooting the ball, you will get fined.
Fined?
Yep.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid.
If
There could be a foul. There could be a foul. Yeah,
it's a lot of shit to get banned.
Already a rule.
It's supposed to be.
It's like an offensive foul, right? It's an offensive foul now.
You're supposed to let him.
But they don't really call that though.
Because it's so much other shit that's going on around. They don't call anything.
Well, I can't help they don't call it. They made that rule and it messed up what's his name's game from there on out.
Who's that? Harden, right?
Yep.
Because
no, it was the foul. It was the foul rule. The foul rule that messed this game up.
You gotta let me. You allow me to land. If I kick my feet out, that's just the way I shoot the ball. I mean, not all players play like that. But if it's contact made by you while you shooting the ball, that's offensive foul. That's how I look at it.
Really?
I mean, it ain't far fetched.
Not fine. You should be fine though. No,
you should be fine for it.
Why?
It seems like some offensive players do that to get to the free throw line.
Yes, it's a part of the game.
That's part of the game. If it's a cheat code, just say that.
There is a cheat code to me.
I'm just saying you got to defend it. Don't let them get to a spot.
See, here's the thing. It's the rules. Is how you get to this predicament to begin with. Somebody manipulated that rule for you to have to now implement this rule,
right?
To fix that rule,
right?
So basically,
instead of just letting them play basketball,
right? Basically, you just making rules as you go, right? You just making rules while you go.
Rules come from complaints. Let's get that out the way.
It comes from complaints and it comes from income. Like what is going to make the game better?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
They seen James Harden had 7,000 points from the free throw line. They wasn't feeling that. He was manipulating the game.
Something that he does not get enough credit for.
This dude is manipulating the game. He manipulated the game. It's crazy.
Right. So,
or maybe he's just that good.
No, he manipulated the game.
Nah, he's just that good, bro. No, that step back. That is a walk. That is a walk 20 years ago.
No, it's
That's a walk. You're traveling. You moonwalking back.
He don't got the ball when he's moving his feet.
Oh my God. All right. Okay.
Then my last question. So, any final thoughts, Sean?
Nah, thank you for coming out.
Will the Clippers finally get over the hump? That's what I'm really want to see.
Not in LA, they not. The hell?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Kawhi is healthy. I know.
Bro.
I know we heard this before. I know you're gonna get on me. You heard
They
this before.
not hanging up no Clipper nothing in that damn stadium.
I didn't say championship just over the Nugget hump. I want to see them get over the Nugget hump.
They not hanging up nothing Clippers in that
Talk
shit.
to me, Sam.
If it ain't purple and gold, it don't get hung up.
I am hoping that LeBron announces his retirement at the end of the season.
Get a championship.
So I can have my league back.
Not with the fountain of Luka. Right,
that's what I'm saying.
I just said, I hope. That's all I said. I didn't say he gonna do it.
Hey, Sean, the Clippers got their own stadium now, man.
Who?
Clippers got their own stadium.
Where is that?
It's in LA.
Nope.
And it don't matter. They ain't gonna hang no banners up in there either.
Nope.
Sorry.
You trying to tell me if y'all win a championship in the next 2 years, you're not gonna accept the banner?
Nope.
They're not gonna win.
You got Luka. There's no way in the world y'all at least not gonna make it to the finals.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the why are you asking about the Lakers and we talking about the Clippers?
What I'm saying is
they're trying to go.
You said you want LeBron to finally retire. You're not gonna win a championship without LeBron.
Yes, they can.
Would Luka just by himself with that team the way it's constructed? No.
Wait, Derek. Let me say something to you.
Go ahead.
He is not the last great hope of the Lakers ever winning a championship ever again in life.
I didn't say that.
So we don't care. We don't care about if we can't win one this year without him. We don't care. We want him gone so we can have our team back. Period. We'll win another one.
I just want the argument. Once he wins his sixth, I want the argument to be made again. That to me, that's good for media. If he gets
give a damn about the media.
Because LeBron's been the talk of the town for the last 13 years.
I don't give a damn about no media.
You're going to win a banner. With Luka, you're going to win a banner. I think you're going to win a banner with Luka, but I think you definitely win it with Luka and LeBron.
A whole lot.
Okay.
You don't listen.
My final thought is check on your family members, because your mental is very precious. And shout out to the wide receiver that killed himself.
Oh my God.
That went to LSU.
Oh, is that what happened to him? He killed himself?
Yeah, he killed himself.
I'm sorry.
I give his mama and father, his whole family, props. I mean,
prayers,
everything.
Wow.
Right now, y'all need to stick together.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that. I saw something, but I didn't know that's why he died.
Well, he died for other reasons, but it affected him. And like and share the show, y'all. Yeah.
Damn.
Missed me while I was gone.